Hello, cool guys again, and today, guys, I'm here to do another anime review. As anime review is to Fate Cleared Prisma Illya Free Episode 2, guys. Now, before I get into it, if you guys can hear a little bit of music, that's from a game I'm playing. I think it's Assassin's Creed, by the way, if you want to know what game I'm playing. So I'm just telling you guys that if you can hear music. Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed based music, so just telling you guys that. But yes, guys, episode 2 of Fate Cleared Prisma Illya. One thing I gotta say. Literally one thing. Kirei Kutamine was in this episode. And he was a ramen shop owner. He works at a fucking ramen restaurant. He owns a ramen restaurant. What the fuck? Now, this is the reason why you should not watch this series without have any knowledge of any of the Fate franchise. Literally, you should not watch it without any knowledge. If you have no knowledge, you're gonna get the fucking spoiled out of the series fully, because there's a lot of reference from every single thing. One thing I've got to say that Fate Holoxtonia reference is also in that, which I feel that it might be hard to not watch without having any form of information of the main series. They're like all three Fate Stay Night routes and also Fate Holoxtonia. If you have no knowledge of all four of those part of Fate, then you will not understand any of these references. The only reason I fucking understand all these references is because I played both Fate Stay Night. I watched all the Fate Stay Night animes that are out. Plus, I also played the visual novel, so I could play. So that means I read about Heaven's Fields, and I played Holoxtonia, so I learned what Holoxtonia and the characters from there is like. Now, first thing, Kirei Kutamine guy. What thing about Kirei Kutamine? You really find this out through the Heaven's Field route, that he likes maple. He really likes spicy food. He fucking likes fucking spicy food, literally. And of course, that when he made his ramen, it was maple ramen, like fucking spicy fucking ramen. That's the only. That reference was so fucking funny. I was laughing how Illya was reacting to seeing that fucking spicy ramen of maple ramen, which is so fucking funny because not just because the way she reacted, but the freaking foreshadowing of fucking references. The fucking reference from Fate Stay Night Heaven's Fields. Literally, the reference, because we only find this in Heaven's Fields that Kirei Kutamine really likes spicy, and that reference alone makes it so fucking funny. That fucking cracked me out. Also, the way Kirei Kutamine was reacting was like, what the fuck? The way it was so, eat the spicy ramen if you don't, I will fucking kill you, pretty much. Oh god, that was so fucking funny. But let's get more of this episode from. No, there was no action really in this episode. Like, there was a little bit like here and there, but no like fighting. Like, the main really action came in was when the female berserker, the female fucking berserker. I'm still calling now. For what I gotta understand, I'm going berserker. I'm going female berserker right now because I have no idea who she is right now. Possibility, because right now I can definitely tell female Gil is female Gil. I'll take it one part of Gilgamesh. One part of Gilgamesh. Because technically it's the only conclusion I can think of is because right now the only conclusion I can think of is because we do meet little Gil. We meet male Gilgamesh. We meet the main Gilgamesh as a child, because that's another Fate Holoxtonia reference, guys. We actually, in Fate Hall Estonia, Gilgamesh has turned into a kid. That's the reason why. That's a fucking spoiler. A fucking complete one blast spoiler. Having a character, like not just Berserk, but a spoiler for little Gilgamesh, like little child Gilgamesh. Fate Hall Estonia as well, which we get to see him in this episode as well. The way he showed up when he comes in the restaurant scene, still doing the same old, still the same old things again. But again, old man, pretty much Kiri Kutamine. He comes in and notices Miyu and Takana, I think Takana, if that's how to say her name. The amnesia girl. They find them there, and Kiri got a bit of talent. Even though they were starving as hell, Kitamori offered to have them have lunch, but he expects them to charge them. But it makes sense. He runs a fucking restaurant, so you need to pay. But they didn't have any money, so little girl paid for him, and that's the last time we saw Kiri. God, that was so fucking funny. It was so cute. But yeah, so we've got two Gils in this dimension. So two Gils. The main Gilgamesh, who's right now a kid, which we know is actually the proper Gil, because it actually happened in the proper Gil in the Fate Hall Estonia. But also the female Gil, which the only conclusion I can feel of is that she somehow saw his powers, or that she's actually the part of Gil. Now, you remember when Gil got destroyed, like in last season of Fate Kaleid Prisma Illya to Hezra, when he got destroyed. They only destroyed his black half, his dark self. So that's the reason why Gilgamesh is still alive. You know, he got defeated last season, which is surprising. So that's the only reason why he's alive, because they only destroyed his dark self, his black self. So that's one thing to know about. Now, the female Gil, like I said, the only conclusions I can think of is that she stole some of his powers somehow, or that she's actually one part of Gilgamesh, which may be the reason why he's still young, because he lost some of that part of him, which turned to a female. That means the only way to get back to his true self, he has to freaking defeat or consume female Gilgamesh, which I can't wait, because it ends with the episode with female Gilgamesh about to fight them, literally. It's gonna be fucking funny, and we're fucking active as well with two Gilgamesh fighting out, which I can't wait for next episode. Now, another thing we find out in this episode, Shiro, the Shiro of this world, Miyu's brother. Got to say, definitely Shiro, alright, because this personality is definitely like Shiro, but just another thing I got, Avenger. Even though it's not shown, some reason, the way Shiro was speaking, Miyu Shiro, Miyu's Shiro, Miyu's brother, Shiro, for now I'm gonna call him Shiro, no, Shiro.2, Shiro.2, so Shiro.2, he sounds fucking like how Avenger sounds like. If you think about the way his dialogue worked and how the way Shiro was speaking, I can sense fucking Avenger. And that's another Fate Hall Estonia reference if you guys don't know. Oh boy, there's a lot of Fate Hall Estonia moments and Stay Night Heaven's feel that's coming in this episode, because there's a lot of fucking spoilers. And one thing I need to say, that the reason why I know this, because again, Fate Hall Estonia, a Fate Division novel, so I should tell you this, so spoiler alert for anybody who has not played Fate Hall Estonia, but the spoiler is, cover your ears when I finish saying the spoiler, and I do that, mute it, and I do this sign to tell you unmute it, so yeah. So when you mute it, after I finish talking, after I finish speaking while at the reveal, I do this sign to tell you you can unmute the video. So I'll wait until you guys mute it. Hope you guys mute the video who don't want spoiled. But the identity of Avenger. It was Shiro. Oh my fucking gosh, we have 3 people in this universe are Shiro, the main Shiro, Archer, and Avenger. Technically, I should say this. There's actually only 2 Shiros because Avenger actually possessed Shiro. That's the reason why, in a way, physically there's only 2 Shiros, but really there's 3 Shiros because Avenger took over, possessed Shiro, but somehow he got his memories jumped up and every night he turns into Avenger, but in the mornings, majority of times in the mornings, he is Shiro. Sometimes his memory is sort of mixed up. He believes himself is Shiro until some first out and so on he found out he's actually Avenger, which is the surprising part. I get my heart. So, but the dialogue we see, I gotta say, that's a lot of Avenger feelings I got. So that's a lot of Avenger. So possibility, Shiro might have the power of Avenger, maybe. I don't know. Possibility. But that's all got to say. But really, this episode in general, mostly majority of it is slice of life. Majority of it is comedy. Majority of it is comedy. No action really involved. Just comedy. Just introducing some of the other characters that we're gonna see in this series. So that's all got to say. Also, we find out that crater. We find out that that's where the Ainsworth. You remember the family called the Ainsworth that Takani mentioned, who we found out now in this episode that she is there to destroy them. That's one of the things she only thing she actually remembers, that she's there to destroy the Ainsworth family. Now, we find out that this family is actually, their castle, is a fucking castle, is right in the center of the crater that was there. And we find out they use some illusion magic so to make sure no one will notice there's a castle right there with lots of grass, wildlife, all that. Now, one thing we got to say, that cloak they knew, that little cloak, little cloth they used to conceal themselves to make sure no one notices them. One thing I got to say that, well, at least make it like a invisibility cloak at least, because that looks stupid. Well, it's meant to be stupid. It's it. Majority of it is comedy, but in this episode, but I got to say that it did look stupid. And the way half female girl didn't notice that they were there, when even though for us that they were there completely, there was no form of visibility there, but for some reason she didn't notice them. But we do find a weakness to the cloak is that if they make a sound or a scent, form a scent like the maple, that's the reason, because the maple, female Gilgamesh smelled the fucking maple, which is surprising. So, but yeah, any form of sound or scent, the cloth cannot counter. It cannot cover those senses. They cannot cover those senses. They can cover the rest. They can make sure you cannot see. They cannot tell you're there. They cannot cover your presence, but it cannot cover the presence of the smell or sound, which I feel like not very good concealing. But yeah, pretty much. So drop 80% of this episode was pretty much comedy. The rest, like you said, the introductions, some major plot that we find, major information. But yeah, and that's all we got to say. And now, animation quality. Animation still looked fucking good. I like the animation. Now, I feel like there was some points where I feel like it looked dull. There was here and there, but animation overall looked pretty good. Especially came to the action, and again, the form of freaking Gilgamesh looked fucking good. The art looked fucking good on Kotamine looked fucking good. And not just that, when female Gilgamesh came out, that looked fucking good as well. And I can't wait for the next episode because I get to see some fucking Gil on Gil action. Fucking Gil on Gil fucking fighting action. I can't wait to fucking see that. And yeah, that's all we got to say. And guys, that's my anime review to Fate Cleared Liner, Prisma Illya, Freeree. Episode 2. I tried to get the name right. Hope you guys like it. Become chat fans today. If you guys want this FML, go in the description down below. My address is there, and yeah. Hope you guys like it. Come like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.